it might not spread too much. Yeah, I don't think it's spreading too much. I like that. That looks very dynamic. It looks like one of those spinning things, spinning tops. Okay, like that. Oh, and there we go. I'm really quite happy with that one. So next thing, let's do one more, and let's do him walking away. Let's do another attempt at that. And I think I'll do again a red hat. That seems to work quite well. So I have to be really careful not to make this too big. Oh, yeah. So that was a mistake, trying to do the tip of it, the rim, with this brush anyway. And then let's do blue for his back. There we go. And then it's over to the liner brush or the rigger. So we want blue, light blue, and his arm coming out here, and the other arm coming out here, like that. And then let's do this head. Hopefully not too big. Yeah, maybe that's okay. And then let's go straight on with the legs. So once again, let's do something different. So I'm going to do one leg coming down like that. And the other leg is going to be partly in the air, like that. Elegant. An elegant pose by a fisherman. So there we go. Yeah, quite like that. That looks quite nice. And then one more time, I'm going to wipe out the blue here. I quite enjoy doing this. It's quite good fun. That arm is a bit too thick, but it's okay. Not grotesquely too thick. Not too obvious. Now this paint looks way too thick. But sometimes thick paint with figures works really well. I know watercolour is supposed to be about light washes most of the time and transparency, but sometimes it's really good to do thick paint or thick mixes, really thick, and especially with figures they look really well because they go really well because they really make the figure powerful and stick out. And I often see watercolour paintings with these wishy-washy, almost half transparent figures that look almost like ghost-like because they're too transparent. So personally I recommend going a bit thick and heavy with your figures. And then once again he's got this here, and that's going to hide his arm a bit, but that's okay. And I'm just wondering whether to give him another strap across here for variety, and maybe somewhere along here he's got one of those net things. Shall I risk it? I can't quite remember now how they look, but I'll have a go. So like that, and then if you can do this, press down like that, and then you want to get all the hairs loose. Well, we can just do it like this, just suggest like that, one of those nets. And then let's wet the paper below the figure. Have to be careful, not too wet, and use a fairly thick mix, and then just copy, do a reflection, try and make a real accurate copy of these shapes. Don't think about a figure, just think about the shape. You're just trying to copy the shape as accurately as you possibly can. It's bleeding a bit, but it's okay there because it looks like his bag. Okay, now that shadow is a bit too wide, so what you can do is you can wipe it out with some tissue. And then we get our rigger, liner, whatever you want to call it, wash it out, wipe it, and then do a few marks across. It helps it just blend into the image of the painting rather than just stick out, look like it's stuck on, and it looks a bit more like a real reflection. There we go. We could do this. I could just wet this and wipe out this hat a bit. It might look a bit clearer then. I think this is dry too much I might have to wet it again and then do that. So slowly I'm getting there. This is one of these things where you can once again take your time. I've said before that some things in watercolour you can do super quickly, and it's good to do them super quickly, but some things you can really play around with and be quite finicky about and take your time, and this is one of those things. And if you really get bored or what's the word for it, frustrated, and you've lost your patience, you can just get some tissue and just hurry up the process like that. So we've really brought that red out in the hat, and there it is, finished. So I don't like that figure. Maybe you don't either. So I think for our painting I'll choose either this one or this one. I think probably this one. Okay, so please have a go at practicing painting a figure, a fisherman on the beach with a reflection.